She did everything right. She documented it. She reported it through the correct channel. She used the exact process the employee handbook said to use. She trusted the system. The system promoted him. What happened next is one of the most precise, methodical, and completely legal acts of workplace revenge I have ever come across. Her name is Zara. She was 31 years old when this started. By the time it was over, she was 34. 3 years. And every single day of those 3 years, she was building something. Zara worked in the compliance division of a mid-sized financial services firm. She had been there for 4 years. She was good at her job, meticulous, quiet, and the kind of person who noticed things that other people missed. Her manager was a man named Marcus Webb. Marcus was 43. He had been at the firm for 11 years. He was liked by senior leadership, charming in meetings, reliable with targets, and very good at managing upward. Managing downward was a different story. In Zara's first week, a colleague pulled her aside. "Just so you know, Marcus has a type. He pays a lot of attention to the women who join his team. Most of them transfer out within 18 months. The ones who stay learn to ignore it." Zara filed that information away. She hoped it wouldn't be relevant. It became relevant on her 4th month. The messages started subtly. Comments that could be explained away. Requests to meet outside of work hours. A gradual, practiced erosion of professional distance. This is not unusual. In fact, it is precisely how these situations are designed to work. Incrementally, deniably, in ways that leave the recipient questioning their own perception. Did I misread that? Is this just how he is with everyone? Am I being too sensitive? She was not being too sensitive. By month 6, she had 27 documented incidents saved in a private folder. Zara submitted a formal complaint to HR in January. 27 documented incidents. Dates. Exakt Gording. Screenshots where she had them. She had also quietly spoken to 2 former team members, both of whom confirmed they had experienced the same pattern and had left rather than reported. HR opened a case. The case took 6 weeks. At the end of 6 weeks, HR sent Zara an email. "Following a thorough investigation, we have concluded that the conduct in question did not meet the threshold for formal disciplinary action. Marcus has agreed to attend a management development workshop. We consider this matter resolved. The contents of this investigation are confidential." A workshop. 3 months later, Marcus was promoted to senior director. The promotion meant he now had oversight of 2 additional teams, including Zara's. He was no longer her manager. He was her manager's manager. They know exactly what they've done. That promotion was a message, and I just received it. She did not quit. She did not cry in the bathroom and then handed her notice like they expected. She sat at her desk, opened a new document, and started planning. The first thing Zara did was call an employment lawyer. Not to sue, not yet, to understand the full landscape of what she was dealing with and what options existed. The lawyer told her 3 things. 1, the HR process as it had been handled was legally questionable, given the volume and documentation of her complaint. There may have been a procedural failure. 2, the timing of Marcus's promotion, 3 months after a complaint about his conduct, could constitute an adverse action if she could demonstrate a causal link. 3, if she chose to pursue this, the stronger her position at the company, the stronger her legal standing. The best outcome for you is not to leave weak. It's to leave strong, or not to leave at all, and change what the company looks like from the inside. Zara chose option 3. Over the next 18 months, she did the following. She applied for and completed 2 professional certifications that made her one of the most qualified people in her division. The firm paid for both. She built relationships carefully, deliberately, with 3 senior leaders outside Marcus's reporting line, not to lobby against him, simply to make herself known, respected, and visible to people who had no reason to protect him. She kept the documentation log running. Every interaction with Marcus that crossed a line, noted, dated, filed. By month 18, the log ran to 46 pages, and she waited. People underestimate patience as a strategic weapon. Marcus, meanwhile, had moved on. He believed the matter was closed. He believed Zara had quietly accepted the situation. He had stopped being careful. That was his mistake. 18 months after the promotion, Marcus made a move Zara had been waiting for. A junior analyst on Zara's team, a woman named Priyanka, who had joined 6 months earlier, came to Zara's desk one afternoon. "I don't know what to do. Marcus keeps messaging me outside of work hours. It started after the team drinks last month. I haven't told anyone." Zara looked at her. "How many messages?" 14. "Over 3 weeks. Have you saved them?" "Yes." "Good. Don't delete anything. Don't respond. And give me 24 hours. That evening, Zara called her lawyer, not to discuss her own case, to discuss what it meant that there was now a second complainant with fresh documented evidence against the same individual at a company that had already received and dismissed a formal complaint about that individual's conduct. That changes the picture significantly. A single complaint can be dismissed as a misunderstanding. 2 complainants, the same pattern, a company that was already on notice, that is a systemic failure. That is liability. They filed the following week. Both of them. The employment tribunal was filed on 3 grounds. First, sexual harassment against Marcus Webb personally. Second, victimization. Specifically, the promotion of Marcus to a position of authority over Zara following her protected disclosure, which the tribunal would consider as a potential adverse action. Third, institutional failure. The company's handling of the original complaint, the adequacy of the investigation, and whether the resolution had been designed to protect the company rather than the complainant. The company's legal team, when they saw the documentation, did something that Marcus had not anticipated. They settled quickly on the first ground. They settled on the third ground. They declined to settle on the second. The victimization claim was the one they couldn't quietly resolve, because settling it would require an admission that the promotion had been, at minimum, poorly judged in the circumstances. That admission had consequences beyond this case. So they fought it, and in fighting it, they handed Zara's legal team a tribunal hearing in which every decision the company had made over 3 years was examined in public, on the record. The tribunal ran for 4 days. HR's handling of the original complaint was examined in detail. The timeline of Marcus's promotion was examined. 3 additional former employees, women who had never formally complained, gave voluntary statements. The tribunal found in Zara's favor on all 3 grounds, including the victimization claim. Marcus Webb's employment was terminated within 2 weeks of the tribunal ruling. The company issued a statement, internally citing a restructure. No one who had watched the past 3 years believed it. Zara was awarded a financial settlement that her lawyer described, off the record, as the largest her firm had secured in an employment tribunal of this type. She also received a formal written apology from the company's chief executive. And Priyanka, who had come to Zara's desk with 14 messages and no idea what to do, received her own settlement and stayed at the company. Zara left, not because she had to, because she had finished what she came to do. The thing that strikes me most about this story is not the legal outcome, though it was significant. It's the clarity of Zara's thinking from the moment the system failed her. She didn't spiral. She didn't perform helplessness. She looked at what had happened, identified what she actually needed, and built the conditions for it methodically over 3 years without anyone in that building understanding what she was doing. Marcus, she told me, had attended her leaving drinks. This was before the tribunal. He had shaken her hand and told her, publicly, in front of the team, that she had been a real asset and he wished her well. I thanked him. I meant it. He had just given me the last thing I needed, a room full of witnesses. She had already filed 2 weeks earlier. I want to say something clearly before this video ends. HR does not exist to protect you. HR exists to protect the company. Those two things occasionally overlap, and when they do, people call it good outcome. But they're not the same thing. And the difference matters enormously when you are the person standing in front of a case handler explaining what has been happening to you. Zara understood this. The moment the system failed her, she stopped expecting the system to help her and started building something the system could not ignore. 3 years, 46 pages of documentation, 2 certifications, 3 senior relationships, 1 junior colleague who needed someone to believe her. None of those things happened by accident. Every single one of them was a brick. If this story stayed with you, there are more below. And if you're in a Zara situation right now, start the log. Date everything. Trust nothing that isn't in writing.